Hello everyone, welcome back to RSCA. We are here at Indianapolis International it's just Indianapolis, I guess, the IMS road course for the INCA series, round 4, I think. A bit of a last minute setup I had to do, and also a bit late into qualifying, but I think now they're just starting their first flying laps. I mean, we do have a 54.5, yeah. That's was just a lap they had to do before qualifying. So yeah, these are our first flying laps, so thank God we got in before that. But currently, still waiting on everyone to just see. Actually, I wonder who's the fastest right now. Well, that's when they cross the first sector. But of course, Mia is in the field today. She actually don't know why she's in the field, but she is now. She has gone the fastest in Sector 1. We can go ahead and check out. There's a gaggle of cars there through the last sector there. Going up into the oval, and then once we hit the oval, we go back down her downward right-hander, left. Finally, the last corner back onto the main oval to finish out the lap here. A bit squirrely there, and also not leading this kind of 4-car field for Mia, so not too good there in the last sector. See, pole position goes to Royal for now, 105.89. Mia 2/10 down, and then we have Race Car Man a second down on that. Only first few clean laps so far. But we'll see how that plays out throughout the rest of the qualifying session. 12.5 minutes left to go here. Let's go around here. Let's look at Royal in the 0-10 here for, I believe, I would assume. Before I say anything, let me check it out real quick. I do forget. There's too many teams here. Yeah, it is for Pro Division Racing there. Mia in the, what car was it again? Again, last minute. Was it the 70? Yeah, 71 for Amspeed. See, finishing out the lap, looks like Mia's well ahead of Royal now, and across the line, you'll get to see it updated live timing here. Royal still on pole. Mia cannot improve the lap. It was actually invalidated, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, invalid 104 though. So if they can do 104s, that's looking pretty juicy. We can look through the field as well. We have Smykos here, Scorch, RXV, Gleziker, Philip Lord is also. I think Philip Lord is about to finish his lap here. I'm gonna check the times here a lot, so bear with me. Let's see, anyone on a decent lap time here? Philip Lord, decent enough. Across the line, goes 8th, 108.2, so not amazing. Still in the middle of the field. Anyone on a heater though? Sinks I think is on a decent lap. Race Car Man's on a decent one, 29.0, Sector 1. Here through the final sector. Is that the 848? Yes, it is. For Seabreeze Racing, which is a Pro-Am class car there. Let's do that. All right. Let's see. Sinks Rex up into P5 there. Race Car Man P3 in the field. Royal still holding on to pole position. $10 minutes left to go in this session. Royal still having the advantage on everyone else. Mia close behind in P2 for qualifying, with Race Car Man in P3. Sinks Rex, Murillo, Smykos, Tim Trode, Philip Lord, McKenna Chi, and RXV rounding out the top 10. We do not count that one on top. That's just there for fixing the lag. Very close to the wall there for Royal. Good use of track limits. It's really all the way to the edge for that Pro Division. Close line to the line. Actually, Mia has gone to pole position. Royal closely behind, less than 2/200ths of a second. Mia on pole position, Royal in P2. Both went on 105.2, 1.3 seconds ahead of P3 in qualifying. probably check out Philip Lord again. He's on a decent Sector 1. Sector 2, not looking too good, though. Probably click off of that soon, to be honest. Froggy, 29.1. Decent. Royal again on a 28.9 Sector 1, though. We'll let him finish out this lap here. Some improvements there, Philip Lord, 1.7. So back to Royal. Let's see, Royal 20.9, 20. Ah, it's invalid. Doesn't matter. Scorch there on a decent Sector 1, 29.0. Going as wide as he can there. Scorch 20.8 Sector 2. Not a good Sector 2 compared to everyone else. But this should be good. That's a man walking on the track. He's jumped out the car. Oh, whoever that was jumped out his car. Scorch to the line. Goes up to P4, 105.8. 5 people in the 105s still waiting to see who can really match up with the top 2. I mean, Froggy's there, 105.5. And there's a bit of a gap there. Oh, Marilla's up to a 105.5 as well, up to P4 for him. Anyone else on a good lap? Trying to look at the Sector 1 to see if anyone's on a half decent lap. We can go look around the field. There's Klezeker in the 97. This car is racing for which team again? Which team is this? Is it here? Oh, there it is. Australis Grand Prix. What in the world is that flag? The Solomon Islands. Fair enough. Back here, 28.9 there for Froggy. We'll then finish that lap here. Just coming to the line now. Froggy in the 61 across the line. Doesn't improve. It was invalid last sector. The 61 there. Which team is that one? There it is. Tachyon Racing? Is that Indonesia? Yeah, it is Indonesia. So currently on pole, still Mia with 105.2. She is on pole. It should be pro class, to be honest. Mia should be put into pro class. That's what I assumed, because this is her first race in INCA, or second. Is it first or second? I forgot. I don't know if Mia showed up to the first round, or is that just XLMS for Sebring? Either way, I'm going to assume that's pro class. So Mia on pole for pro class. Let's see who's on pole for pro am. It could be Scorch or Murillo, or unless Murillo's lower down. Trying to figure it out as I go here. Kind of difficult though. 6 minutes left in qualifying. Top 2 still Mia and Royal 105.2s. 2 cars behind 105.5s as well. 200ths between those 2 cars, Froggy and Murillo. Scorch and Lucky still the last ones in the 105s. Ibuprofen from the pro class has now joined qualifying, so let's see how he does. Let's see if we can find him on the board. He is not on the board. I cannot spectate the man. Oh dear lord. I think that would fix it. Oh yeah, thanks. What? Alright, I guess I'm not authorized to build here. Anyways. There it is. Ibuprofen in the 24. Need to find the team again. There's so many cars. AT Racing is its own team for Austria. Alright. 5 minutes left. Any improvements here? 105.4 for Murillo. So Murillo's up into P3. Froggy down to P5. Klezeker up into Froggy P4. Klezeker P5. Scorch P6. Lucky still in P7. 106.0. He's the fastest one in the 106s. Anyone else on a decent lap? I mean, Ibuprofen had an invalid 28.8. 29.8. Mushy has joined the field now. Finally on a half decent lap in the 91. He goes across the line. I'm trying to figure out what team he's on first before saying anything else. I cannot figure that out. Not Control F. 91. That's a person. Is it just G91 Racing again? Either way, I'm assuming it's just a new team because I don't see it on the official standings and all that stuff. Unless, yeah. Anyways, Mushy still down in 11th, P106.5. Ibuprofen is the only one without a lap. He has joined in late, so I have to see how he does. Slowest here, Maxime down in P18 with a 110.2. Oh, Physical Darkness has joined the field. Anyone on a lap? Anyone. Mia was, but invalidated. Genuinely anyone. I mean, Maxi is on an improvement, so we're going to watch on with him in the 224. Let's see what team this is. Yeah, okay, that's a great name. 224 is for Funny Group Racing for Italy. Yep. I'm actually going to love this team now. I mean, it's not terrible. He's on keyboard. My goat on the keyboard. Let's go. Oh, it's invalid. God damn it. Mushy on a decent lap there. Sector 1, 29.1 into the S's, I would say. I actually don't know how you refer to these corners in IMS. I just know how to. Oh, is it? Can they actually go that wide? Because I've been seeing it a few times. I'm surprised if they can. I'm surprised. Well, Mushy to the line. Froggy up into P2, 105.2, 100th, which separates him and Mia at the top of the board. Mushy across the line doesn't improve. It was valid. Yep, I thought so. So Froggy up into P2. That I did not expect for the 61. Very good Sector 1, very good Sector 3. Still could have found some time in Sector 2, but still. This is actually probably the closest qualifying we've had in INCA. Haven't really kept up with the rest of it. Royal 28.8, Murillo 28.9. In Sector 1, here we go. These two. Murillo's there, just rounding out the final few corners there. Oh, it's a bit wide. That might not count. We'll have to see. Murillo, not a great Sector 2. Royal on a fast Sector 2. 20.3. We'll go straight back to him. Royal come across the final corner and to the line. I would say close to the line, but close to the wall, but fair enough. Royal to the line, improves. No, he doesn't. It's slower by 100th on his best lap. His Sector 3 is what's holding him back, though. 16.0. Everyone else is like, I think the fastest we saw was like 15. But still a decent Sector 3. It's just not enough to really get to pole position. Going through the field again. Mia still on pole position, holding on for dear life for Mia. Froggy in P2, Royal P3, Murillo P4. Closer rounding out the top 5 with a 105.692. Scorch with a 105.8, and that's the last one in the 105s. Everyone else is in the 106s. You go to 107 with Blitz Maxi and P12, and then go down. Physical Darkness, finally setting a valid lap. Ibuprofen still has not set a valid lap. My guy. My guy. 28.7 for Froggy. Hello. All the top 3 all on a lap, all in the 28s for the Sector 1. Froggy's invalidated. God damn it. Royal is not invalid, though. Slightly slower than the last lap, so he needs a banging Sector 3 here to actually get pole position. I don't think it's going to happen, though. It's not. 105.3. Consistent, though. Very consistent. We can go back to Mia there, still holding on to pole position, trying to improve her lap. Does not improve. 105.6 is the time for that lap. Still one more lap left to go here. 2 seconds left on the clock. And finally, people should be finishing off their final lap here to round off qualifying at IMS. Any decent Sector 1s? Murillo on a half decent Sector 1, 28.9. Go here for the number 90. Improvement for Sector 1 by Froggy, 28.6. We also have a 28.8 by Royal. And Mia has invalidated her lap, so that's Mia done with qualifying. But we'll look on and see if Murillo can improve. 20.2 Sector 2. Hello. Oh, that's wide. This might not count, but that is a great Sector 2 there for Murillo. Across the line. Invalid. 105. That would have been pole if he didn't go wide. We'll go off to Froggy now. Froggy to the line. Oh, it's invalid. Oh, that would have been pole as well. Royal puts in a valid lap, but it's not enough. He improves sector 3, 105.3. I think it's just going wide, just off into the grass for the pit entry. Just that kind of area is what's really catching these drivers out, at least for qualifying sakes. They're really pushing it though. They're absolutely pushing, trying to get and beat Mia. But Mia is out on top, 1/100th faster than Froggy in P2. Royal, another 100th there behind in P3. Merlot rounds out, that's top P4. Kleziker rounds out the top 5. Scorch P6, Lucky P7, Tim Trode up into P8, Racecar Man P9, and Mushy will round out the top 10. A 106.5 is what gets you top 10. Ibuprofen finally puts in a lap, but it's 107.9. He's another pro class driver, so he's pretty far down the field. He put that lap in right at the end. He needs to do better if he wants to keep his title hopes alive, if they're even still alive. Let me check the championship. He didn't show up in Canada. Is that even updated for Granada? Did we race a Granada? Or is that changed? Because I know when the series had their track changed. No, we didn't. So it's round 3 then. I would assume. I can look through the announcements actually really quickly just to make sure that's correct. Yep, so yeah, it's round 3. So we just skipped over Granada. Cool. So Ibuprofen didn't show up to Mosport last week, so he's down in 5th in the Pro Class Championship. Same with T-Jerk and Sylvia. They all didn't show up. The only drivers that did show up last time out were Tasher, Demesher, Kleziker, and Royal for the Pro Class. Royal leading the Pro Class by 6 points over Kleziker. We can go down to Pro Am. Chase Oblin is leading off Scorch in P2 by 8 points. Racecar Man in P3. But that's 30 points behind the top because he didn't show up to Sebring in round 1. At least he didn't attend. Down in the amateur class, AOX BP, that's 5 letters, is leading it off with a win and a 2nd place last time out in Mosport. 42 points. 2 points ahead of Smykos, who won both rounds in Sebring for his class. Physical Darkness P3 in the amateur class, and then Philip Lord and Storm round up the top 5. It's a pretty close championship battle there at the bottom, mainly because anyone who's winning just didn't really show up or perform well in the other round. But as they all line up, get ready for the race start. Oh, we'll go to intermission. Actually, no, wait. I wonder when that part actually is. Might have to just stay on for a bit. Let me just look for something real quick. Is there anyone here that I didn't see? Oh, let me just reset myself because there's people here that aren't really in the field. Oh, okay. I have authorized access to build here. That's brilliant. A bit close, mate. Apologies if this is very quiet. It's just trying to make sure I have everything correct, all the information I need. Again, all of this is very last minute. Of course, also waiting for the race to get underway, and also I think a quick announcement as well. I mean, this will be a slight intermission, but I'll just show the screen, I guess. Actually, can I do this? Yes, I have power. Do I? In 3 minutes, it'll start. Alright. I have the power, so I'll do this. Ow. My bad. There we go. Are you kidding me? Alright, this is the announcement that we need to make as well. shit. Apologies there. I did not know that was the. We will get this race underway shortly. Of course, the formation lap is now done. I do apologize. I had no idea that was already the formation, the minute of silence. I thought they were going to announce it. But green flag in the air here for round 3 here in INCA. And it's go, go, go. 15 minutes on the clock now. Mia still holding out here in the lead. Decent gap there behind. I believe that is it Froggy? I think Froggy is in the red. We go check it out. Yes, Froggy still fighting it out with Royal there for P2, side by side here through the first sector. Through this, I would say second S's. Still side by side here for P2. And into the last sector, Royal just ahead of Froggy, the number 10, ahead of 61. Lap 1 done, 14 minutes, just, well, a little bit less than 14 minutes left to go on the clock. Mia leads, Royal P2, and Froggy in P3, running out the top 3. Blue Force GP in the 19, in P4, we have Strauss in P5, Portimao P6, Seabreeze P7, Blue Force again, the 039 in P8, Side Effects in 52, P9, and then the 28 in P10. Still waiting on our 3 pro drivers to actually move up the field, but it looks like Froggy is going to be our best. Is that is Black Amateur? I believe it is. I need to make sure though, first of all. Yeah, that is an amateur car. Interesting. Also, Mia class as an amateur driver is kind of crazy. That's why I had to make sure. There's no way that car is classified as amateur, but I guess it is on a technicality. Two-second gap at the front. Mia leading it off. 2 tenths behind as well. Froggy. I think Royal. I mean, Royal's gonna try and get that win, the overall win, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible. Froggy will be battling with him. He is leading off the amateur class. We have the 19 Blue Force. Let me just make sure who that is. Is Scorch in P4, doing pretty well for his championship battle in the Pro Am class. Just kind of on his own. Oh, that's a bit wide, man. That's a bit wide. And then we have the 97, driven by Kleziker there, behind him in P5 overall. Go see him. There he is. Yes, you. Yes, you. Everyone else behind is amateurs apart from 3 cars. We have the A48, the Pro-Am class, driven by Race Car Man in P8. We have Ibuprofen in P11, and then in for the number 20, and then the 029 in P14. Driven by... Go find it again. Is it? Oh, it's not even on... Who in the world is driving that one? Let me see. It's for... Well, yeah, I know that. Blitz Maxi, that's who it is. Good to know. 11 minutes left in this race. Mia still way ahead, 2.5 seconds ahead. Another 5/10 behind will be name Froggy, and then 61 for Tachyon. Royal still holding out in P2, and then again Scorch in P4 with Klesker here in P5. Actually being kind of attacked there by the number 94 Portimao. And if I can find Portimao, it is driven by... I don't believe that. Hold on, let me find the name. I'm looking at the wiki. I don't know if that's who's actually driving the car. Let me go ahead and find it. I could probably find out who it is, but just, oh, they're side by side though. I'll probably just look through the field just to make sure I know who it is. Here it is. Oh, it's Merlot, the 90. I forgot. Sorry. Also fighting there in the 91. 3-car battle here for P5. This is not where Klisker wants to be. This is definitely not where he wants to be. Is it? Yeah, it is Mushy in the 91. Got it. So Klesker, Mushy, and Murillo here battling it out for P5. It's a 3-car battle there. And it's also still, I mean, the battle for P2 is still going on between the 61 and the 010. And P4, 019 kind of on his own. But it's a 3-car battle here for, I mean, really, it's mainly the 2 amateur cars going at each other. Klisker is kind of, I mean, he's trying to keep up with Royal, but I don't think it's going to happen here. Bit wide there from the 91 Mushy. Klisker trying to see if he can pass him. I don't know where Murillo has gone on our screen. He's gone behind. He's lost some time there, I think, in the first sector. But still side by side here for the 91 and the 97. And they're both also catching up to the 010, driven by Scorch. Into the right-hander, one of the right-handers once again. Almost basically 3 wide with Scorch going very wide. That is a weird line from Scorch. I don't know why he's going that wide. There's no reason for him to go that wide. Klisker has the best out on all of them. Scorch losing position and losing 2 positions there. Yeah, Scorch is... I have to be critical about that line, Scorch. It's too wide. You don't need to go that wide. You're losing too much time. You might want to save tires, but it's a 15-minute sprint. Come on. We'll go up to see the leader, Mia, in the 71, tearing it up here, really. 3 seconds ahead of P2, having the fastest lap as well, 104.7. I don't think they have, with about half of the race done, Mia's got this in the bag, unless she makes a mistake. Up for P2 though, Froggy in the 61, still trying to keep up with Royal. They were battling it out for P2 just earlier. It looks like Royal now has a decent gap behind him, and he'll want to maintain that gap as well. He won't really need to, but for pride's sakes, he will want to keep that gap and keep that P2. And then we'll go down to Klisker here in the 97. The 52, what? Hang on. The 52. Why is... I don't remember seeing a 52 anywhere around this area. Who is that? Because that's Scorch. Is it the... No, it's not. Where's the 52 come from? Anyways, Klesker here in the 97, battling it out with the 019 of Scorch. Side by side here through the S's. Scorch has the better of it though. And leading off this train of cars, I believe that's the 91. Again, I cannot stay silent, Scorch. Come on, go more inside. Ah, okay. The 91 is showing up as the 52, which is not correct. But fair, okay. That makes more sense, because I was massively confused when I saw that. Also, there is also no 52 in the field, so... Understood. So, the 91 in P4, hoarding it out. The 019 in the 97 still... they might still be battling it out. Let's see. I mean, the 97 has the better of the 019, but not by much. And then we have the 90. There's just the 90 there in P7, just holding it out, seeing if there's going to be any mistakes made by any of the drivers ahead. The only one he really has to worry about though is the 91 up in P4 overall for points wise in the championship. That's the only car he really worries about in this battle. 5 minutes left to go. 2/3 of the race gone and done. Mia in the lead for the 71 AM speed car, still well ahead. Royal has a good gap as well, 7/10 ahead of the 61 for Tachyon. And it's still all to play for here for P4 overall, basically. It's mainly really P5. It's also a decent battle there for P9 between the 20 and the 029. We can go down here and look at it. I mean, there's a slight gap, but it's close enough where Ibuprofen in the 20 has to worry, especially as a pro class driver. That what he just cut that. He just cut that massively. All right then. About 4 laps left to go here for race 1. We see the 97 and the 019 still battling it out here for P5 overall. Doesn't matter for the championship, but it does matter pride-wise. Flag. 15 cc's for penalties. Let's see, anyone close there? Oh, there's a lot of people close. The 91 is close. That's somewhere down there. The 61 is also pretty close, 2 away from the penalty. Ibuprofen as well, 2 away from the penalty. Scorch in the 019, 2 away. Blitz Maxi 3 away. AOX is 3 away, and then Maxi 3 away here. Smykos 4 away. And someone else is also 4 away. Royal is also 4 away from the CC limit. You do not want to hit that CC limit at all. Mushy up to 14 CCs. We'll keep it. Let's just keep that tracker here on the screen. Let's see. 3 minutes left to go. 3 laps left to go here. Froggy, I think, has made a mistake in the 61. He's now 2 seconds behind Royal in the 010 for Protovision. Side by side here for the 019 and the 97 for P5. P5? Yes, P5. I was gonna say P4, but the 91's well ahead by about a second. So as long as Mushy in the 91 can keep it there, he'll get a good haul of points for himself. Penalty there for Physical Darkness. He's the first one to get the penalty. Don't know where he is in the field, but he's somewhere. Kind of single file here. Now, there's not a lot of bad. Yeah, Scorch going wide there is not good for him. Like, sorry. Not good for him at all. I'm just seeing it lap after lap. I'm just like, I can't unsee it. Oh no, that's a wall. That's a wall. I think that was definitely a screen freeze or some sort of controller issue for the 019. But he's just lost out, and he's been passed by this 848, who is in his class. He's just lost. I actually know. Is 848 behind him now? They look very similar. Hold on. Who's driving the 848? I need to make sure, because that also looks like it's the car behind him. Race car man. There he is. Let's see if we can see him on. Yeah, 848 now has passed the 019 for the Pro-Am Championship. Or for the Pro-Am field. I don't know what happened there to Scorch, but something happened on his side. It has to be like a controller disconnect or a screen freeze or something. But it's all gone wrong for him. He's gone from the battle for P4, P5 to now down to P8 overall. Now he's being attacked by the 029 in his own in his class. Side by side here. He's all over. He is losing a bunch of time. White flag though in the air. We'll go with Mia here. It's a good battle. I think that's a decent battle there for P4, but still kind of far away. Mia there now lapping the 224 down in P18. And through the final sector, Mia will have their first win of the season in INCA. Albeit the first race their entire season for INCA. Mia goes on to win round one here, race one in IMS. Royal will take P2 there in the 010, the 61 in P3 for Froggy. 97 Kleziker up into P4 just barely. He made the last lap pass on Mushy in the 91. Murillo in the 90 P6. And then we have the three Pro-Am drivers, the 848, the 019, and the 029. The 019 lost out to the 0... Oh no, Scorch, what happened? Scorch, my brother. He's lost out from P4 all the way down to P10. He's now behind his teammate, the 029. That allows the number 28 for VIT Motorsport. Let me see if I can find that car. It's 28. I don't think it's on the wiki either. Rounding off the top 10 is the 778 driven by Smykos. Or Smysos. I'm going to say Smykos. That's more fun to say. So round one, or at least, oh, sorry, not round one, race one of round three is done. We'll get underway shortly for round two. We'll go to intermission, and we'll see you back once it's happened. Welcome back to welcome back to RSCA INCA Cup here, round 3 at IMS. We're about to get race 2 underway. Of course, our race winner Mia will have to start I would believe P10, right? I was trying to count it during the breaks, but I tried. Quick note, of course, as you saw on screen, the Eclipse team owner, Robotech, also known as Eclipse, has sadly passed away 3 days ago on December 3rd. Our thoughts do go out to him and his family. His cars have decided to pull out for this weekend. But of course, we will be announcing that throughout the rest of the series. Of course, hashtag Race for Eclipse is going around. Go to our Discord for that, for full statements as well. Of course, rest in peace for a brilliant team owner and a great person as well. But today we will race for him in the INCA series, and we're about to get race 2 underway as well. We can go up to pole position. Let me find out. Scorch here on pole position for race 2 after falling down to P10. Around the final few corners and to the line, and we will have the 019 of the Pro-Am class started off for us. And it is green, 50 minutes ago on the clock. The INCA safety car is on the board. I repeat, the safety car is now racing in the field. Go down to the rest of the field. We see Royal here being caught by Mia immediately off the start. This is down for P9, P10. Around the outside, Mia just does a switchback. Goes more inside. 3 wide there between the 90, the 10, and the 71. Still 3 wide in the first sector. Still battling it out here. Royal having the best of it. Mamiya going for the switchback. Really cut down hard to the inside and gets the pass done. And now Murillo, I believe, trying to make the pass on Royal, but it's not going to work out. I think Royal is just going to get ahead of him. A bit of a hard hit on the curb there for Royal, but Mia wins out the best of all of that. We can go through as well. Mia now chasing down the 97. I was about to say the 029. The 97 of Klazaker there. Still, Royal still in the battle though, still side by side, coming onto the main straight. Mia very much more to the inside than the rest of the drivers, which I have to agree with, to be honest. Still, the Pro-Am drivers leading it off at the front. Battle between the 029 and the 848. I'm trying to find, yes, this one. It's a decent battle here. The 61 as well for Froggy in the mix. And the 28 as well is also still in the mix for amateur. It's a crazy... Oh, that's wide. But right now, everyone's kind of bunched up behind the 2 Pro-Am cars, and they're all battling for position. Here's Mia with the 4-car gaggle here. There's 848, the 28, and is that the 91, I believe? I believe that is the 91 in it as well. Mia's still getting the best of it. Getting now 3 wide here into the final sector. That is not a place you want to go 3 wide. But Mia is now ahead, now trying to attack the 61 for P3 overall. Much more inside than the rest of the drivers. That is something that is like very much different compared to everyone else. And again, I still... Surely Mia does get past the 61. He's now side by side. I think that's the 91 as well. In the mix. 91 still... Oh, hits the curb hard for Mia. Up in the air slightly. Not what you want to do. Slightly lost some time. But still going to make the pass down the insides. He's done it on the 91. Still ahead on the 91. Can he get past the 61 still? They've caught up to the leader, Scorch, in the 019. Side by side there for Mia. Between the two. He's in a Pro-Am sandwich. 3 wide through the S's, 4 wide. There's just a gaggle of cars here. 61 and the 71 both now ahead of both Pro-Am cars. And now they're going to try and chase down the 019 for the lead. 11.5 minutes to go once they cross the line. The 91 still trying to battle with 61. That's a bit wide there for the 71. A lot of ones here. All we're missing now is a 51 and the rest. Board is not right. 019 still leading this race. Yeah, just a bit of lag once they cross the line. Royal has moved himself up into P10. He's still trying to follow with Mia, but Mia's just doing a little bit better to get past the rest of these cars. And now Mia up into the lead. Now he's ahead of Scorch. She's ahead of Scorch, and that should do it. And now Mia will try to run away with him. Scorch trying to fight back, bit wide there. Scorch is still trying to keep up with Mia, but it might be for nothing. He'll not have to try and defend from the 61 if that 61 decides to make an attack on him. Royal making his way through the field. He's just trying to pass the 91 now for position. Still side by side though through the last sector. Not done yet, but on screen it looks like it is done for now. On the main straight, he is ahead. So the 71 now leading this race. The 61 in P2, 019 in P3 with Royal in the 010 P4 and the 91 in P5. That board is still wrong about him. Murillo in the 90 following behind, still trying to see if there's any mistakes made from these top drivers. It's still waiting on that part though. Of course, the two Pro-Am drivers, the 848 and the 029, falling down the field outside the top 5, but Scorch here still holding on in the top 3. But actually no, he's not anymore. He's down to P4. Royal has made the pass now on screen. Did he not cut that? Scorch now getting attacked by the 91. 91 now making the pass again with going wide there. Stop doing that. He's been passed by the 91 quite easily. Now he has the 90 in the amateur class to worry about. Gap at the front, 1.5 seconds. Pretty close, but might not be close enough for the 61 to do anything about it. Anyone down the inside massively, but Scorch trying to get the better run. He's got a good run, but it feels like the 90 is a lot closer now than he was before. But I do like the idea from Scorch there. I do like that idea from the 019. I don't like the idea once you get to the oval though. Everything pretty single file now. Murillo more inside. Look and see if there's any space there. And lag is also on screen, so that's brilliant. Oh dear lord. We good? Is the game okay? The game is now okay. 90 now, still pretty close to the 019. Really, the only battle here happening as of now. Still waiting to see if anyone can close up at the front. Good battle there for P10 as well. 0.2 of a second between the number 20 and the 28. Oh, I just saw Scorch have a massive tank slapper through the gravel. I think he hit the curb with his rear tire, and he's going wide there, trying to get the better run out of the corner. Side by side, he's gone wide. That hasn't worked. I like the idea, kind of. It just doesn't work with that. Yeah. The 019, Scorch, fast. Needs to get the right line. Decent there. Still side by side, though, for P5. And he's going to lose it out there from going wide. Unless he gets a better run here. I mean, Murillo seems very close to the inside. Much closer than he should have been. But nope. Number 90 wins out that battle for P5. And that was the last Pro-Am class driver to really hold out in the top 5. You can still get it, though. Over halfway through this race. About 7 laps left to go. the 71 with a 1.6 second gap at the front. 61 P2, 010 in the P3. P4 is the 91. And P5, we can see on screen, is the 90 there, followed by the 019, the 848 in P7, and the 97 Kleziker in P8. Not good for his championship battle with Royal. I mean, he's still going to get P2 points regardless, just because there's no other pro class driver in front of him. P9 goes to 029, and then P10 is the 28 for AT Racing. 6 minutes on the clock. Gap at the front still basically staying the same, but now the 848 and 019 were side by side at the line, not on screen, but it looks like I can tell from the lag. They're definitely side by side. I think 848 is definitely ahead. It is just a slight bit of lag that's kind of messing with it. Let's see. Go on, race car man. Yeah, they're basically side by side now through the first sector. Again, going wide there for score, trying to cut in for a better run is just not going to work out overall throughout the entire race. And that's the 848 up into P6. He'll now try to chase down the 90. It might not be for naught, but still side by side here between the two Pro-Am class drivers through the second S's. I like that from the 019. I don't like this. It's going to allow the 848 to close up just a little bit. But the 019 was still set up a little bit better for the right-hander. Got a little bit of a better run, and he's still ahead. We just need a merger of those two. Go as much as the inside as you want to, and then go as wide as you can for the entry. Just please someone do that. One of you guys. We want to see from Mia, who is now only a second ahead of the 61. She might have made a mistake somewhere. But 1 second is not a lot. It was like 1.6, 1.5 before. Pretty single file though. The 848 has fallen back a little bit from the 019. Anything else happening? I mean, we can go to the 20. Battling it out with the 28 for position. P10 overall. Number 20, a pro class driver going against the 28, an amateur class driver. Still pretty close. Still waiting to see if he's going to make the pass. 4 laps to go. Side by side here onto the main straight. And the 20 gets the better of that battle. Unless it says something different. It doesn't. And now they're actually catching up to the 029, who's just ahead of them. That yellow and black car. We'll see if the 20 can make that move on him next. Just looking back at the gaps here. Still basically like a second between everyone else. I mean, the only ones that are kind of close are the 019 and the 848, but it's only 5/10. Three minutes on the clock left in this race. Watch you to see if the 20 can overtake the if the 20 can overtake the 029 into the turn 1. He's very close here onto the main straight. Closer than he's really been throughout this entire weekend, I think. Between the two races. Into turn 1, can the 20 Ibuprofen, can he make a move on the 029 here? Slightly more inside, much more inside for the apex, and side by side into the first sector, or through the first sector. Much more inside here for this long left-hander, much more using a lot more curb. Doesn't really get the same apex, but he's much more. I think he has a better run there as well. Still side by side onto the back straight. And into the S's, the 20 has made the move into P9. That should do it for him. but the 029 will try to come back. Less than 2 minutes left to go in this race. That's 2 laps left to go in this race. The 029 had a great run through the last sector, but just not a great run to the final corner, and that allows the 20 to take P9 quite thoroughly. Back to the front though, Mia in the 71 for AM speed in the amateur class. Absolutely flying here. 2.2 seconds the gap behind. Let's go see. Oh, that's a bit squirrely through there, through the S's. Still good to go. 019 has one out over the 848, so they'll be holding position unless something happens like that. A bit of a wheelie there through the S's. But as we round the final corner, white flag is in the air. The 71 will take the lead a bit closer though. The 61, not 2.2 seconds the gaps, it's now 1.2. If Mia makes another mistake, I mean, like, you know, it could happen. It could happen. Mia's still with the fastest lap, the only ones in the 104s on 104.7. But I think Mia's got this one. Through the first sector, we can go. Does onboard work with this car? Kind of. You just turn into a woman. Interesting. Oh, we can have a. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Through the S's here, braking hard. Left, right again. Good run through there. Through the final sector. I haven't seen any mistakes so far, but Froggy in the 61, very, very close here. He's done well. He's fought hard. But I don't think it's enough. Mia will take race 2 win at IMS. Froggy just behind for P2 overall. Royal will come home in P3. The 91 in P4. A bit of a battle here for Kleseker. What in the world happened? Okay. So the 848 up into P6. The 97 down to P7. The 019 into P8. The 20 in P9. And the 029 rounds off the top 10. Interesting. We have 4 drivers in the top 10 from amateur class. And they're all in the top 5. So Mia gets the most points overall throughout this entire weekend. I think next would be Royal. If I have the point system correct in my head. Not entire. I kind of want to make sure, but there's nothing really saying otherwise. Yeah. Okay. Actually, any CCs? Good question. Maxi, Philip Lord, Ibuprofen. Oh, so 20 gets a penalty for the CC limit. Damn. I don't know how much the CC limit or the penalty is, but it's probably going to take him outside the top 10 because the gaps are very close. We'll go for intermission, and then I think if we can, we'll get podium celebrations. If not, we'll send off for today. But we'll be back. All right, we are calling it there. I kind of thought there was a podium celebration for INCA, but I guess not. We see we see Royal's car in the wall and in the air. But thank you for coming and watching us here today at IMS. Tomorrow should be the ISCC series. Let me look up when that is. It is tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST, but let me just check the track. I believe it's not Spa, because there was issues with Spa. Here it is. It will be at IMS as well. So tomorrow, IMS will host ISCC, and then next week we'll have XLMS for the 2 hours of Spa. But thank you guys for tuning in. I've been your commentator, Nathan, and we'll see you tomorrow, most likely. Goodbye, everyone.